Sadie Perkins, you're the second person on my call-out list today. So this is Sadie Perkins, and she is a former mayor appointee for the city of Houston, Texas. She made some very racist and hateful comments on a video that she shared of herself to TikTok, and she has received a ton of backlash, and rightfully so. She reportedly said that the Texas all-girls Christian camp called Camp Mystic, where the girls went missing and some were killed due to flooding, she raged at this camp for being white only. This was only hours after the deadly flooding ripped through their facility of the camp, and it has killed at least 5 little girls and at least 11 more are missing. Who brings up race during a time like this? Oh, I know, a racist person. She then said on her video she knows she's going to get canceled for this, but that Camp Mystic is a white-only girls' Christian camp. She said the camp doesn't even have a token Asian or a token black person. It's an all-white-only conservative Christian camp is what she said. She further said, if you ain't white, you ain't right. You ain't getting in, you ain't going. And then look at these sick comments she would post when people were commenting up under her videos. Girl, you brought this upon yourself, somebody said to her. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Sadie has the nerve to say, consequences for what? Maybe it was God's will to wash them little C-U-N-T-S away. I'm irate. Then somebody said, pray for Mystic at church tomorrow, and she said, hell no. How can one be so sick in the head? Seriously. Now, keep in mind, the state's overall death toll for the horrible flooding is increasing. It's soaring, and I last read, and it could have changed now, but the last time I read, the death toll had risen to 80 at least. 80 people in your state are deceased, and yet you want to talk about race? She further tried to claim that no one would care if the victims of the camp were minorities, and I call complete bullshit. She said if this were a group of Hispanic girls there, this wouldn't be getting the type of coverage they're getting. She further claimed no one would give an F-U-C-K, and all these white people and parents of these little girls would be saying things like they need to be deported and they shouldn't have been there in the first place. Yada, yada, yada. According to reports, this sick woman was appointed to the city of Houston's Food and Security Board. This was by the former Houston mayor named Sylvester Turner, and this was in 2023. Her term reportedly and luckily expired in January of this year. And the current mayor of Houston, named John Whitmire, said today on Sunday that he had no plans to reappoint her, especially after her, quote, deeply inappropriate comments. Good for you, Mayor. Sadie's video where she was doing all this smack talking quickly went viral. It drew massive criticism, obviously, because it was just so uncalled for and disgusting. She then came back in another video and said, I get white people aren't used to people telling them and calling them out on their racism. What are you talking about? You're the one being racist, she said, and telling the white people about their double standards. But you wouldn't give a damn about the other children and how there's children in ICE detention right now who white people don't give 2 F-U-C-K-S's about. These were her words now. She said there's no prayers going up to them, but we're supposed to stop the world and stop everything we're doing to go and hunt for these little missing white girls. Mayor Whitmore said her comments have no place in a decent society, and that is so true. Y'all, I was floored when I saw this, and then her comments. She is the biggest narcissist for calling white people racist when she's posting shit like this. Excuse my language, but it's absolute shit. She is evil. No one should be talking about color right now. We should all be decent human beings and pray for these precious little girls who are either deceased or fighting for their lives possibly right now. How dare her make statements like these? I don't care what color you are, she is wrong. And this is wrong. I hope she never finds a job again, and I hope her refrigerator and her car and her toilet and everything else breaks down next week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and for more content, be sure to follow and subscribe on YouTube.